What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We're down here. I didn't even get to put the mic on. I was trying to charge the mic. I just plugged it up, and one of the first things I saw on Instagram is Al Reynolds says Nia Long should have stuck by Emi Udoka despite his cheating. This ain't the first time this man has cheated on her. I I said in the comments, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know you stop by. It's always like, this is crazy. Every time I kept listening to what Al said, I want y'all to hear what Al said, what the advice that this man gave this woman or said he would have done if he was her, and listen to the advice. I said, of course, a man would give a woman advice that doesn't serve her. Al is a curious one. He really worships men, straight black men specifically, just like these women. Y'all prop men up too much for my taste. Who tells a woman to stay with a man who put her life at risk? Only a male worshiping ass man. Mother Earth, sin, the floods. Because what kind of advice is that? And then at one point he says, I know you should respect yourself and put yourself first, but, and then Sabrina Parr says, you know who Sabrina Parr is? She's the pick me ambassador. And she says, walking away from a man who didn't honor her properly, who she wasn't married to, is the best decision she could have made. Carry on, sir. So I said, so if she was married, you'd encourage her to stay with a man who put her life and health at risk? And y'all wonder why these HIV rates are so high for heterosexual black women. Y'all put up with anything for a piece of a man. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. And you see where she put, if she was married to him, then we would have a different circumstance. But since she wasn't married to him, she can go on about her business. Listen to what Al says.
But it's my opinion. I would have stayed there and ate my food if I was Nia Long. This ain't the first time this man has cheated on her, and I promise you, if they stayed together, it wouldn't be the last. I think Nia Long got caught up into this feeling that happens to a lot of women that are very popular on social media and in pop culture. She let the lean in of everybody and the embarrassment of this public cheating get in between her and her relationship with her man, and that's where she, I think, could have made better decisions. She still loves that man. That son still loves his dad. I understand that this is a public stage that it happened on and that you should always, respect yourself first. But in this particular case, I feel like that this relationship was still
in this particular case, don't respect yourself first. What the fuck?
I don't care what anybody says. The favor of public opinion, but it's
what the F-U-C-K, Al? I was like, this nigga he really worships men. And I have to remind myself that as much as women worship men, men worship men too. A lot of these bisexual and gay men worship straight black men too. It's like, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. And it's like, why would you give a woman that advice? You still love him. Your kid still loves him. You let public opinion sway you a lot. Well, if she's empowered and influenced to make a choice that doesn't put her life at risk, I think that's the better move than to stay with somebody who will put your life at risk. These risky behaviors end up on petri dishes. And y'all are just like, if she was married, girl, no, none of this. And it's by design that you are encouraged to stay with men, because men will just be men, right? So because they have this defect, you are supposed to just accept it. No, get defective. Get defective and you're going to get thrown out. Like there's no I just don't understand this kind of advice. Can you imagine the young women around Al? I wonder if they don't go to Al, period, for relationship advice, especially if you're with a straight black man, because he is going to give you relationship advice that does not serve you. You should listen to what he said.
my opinion. I would have stayed there and ate my food if I was.
I would have stayed there and ate my food if I was Nia Long. Well, thank goodness you're not Nia Long. So you would have sat there and just allowed this man to cheat on you. A lot of y'all do sit there and allow men to cheat on you. And then again, you wonder why these numbers look the way that they do. You let these men cheat on you and disrespect you, disrespect your body, dishonor your body. I don't get it. And I don't get encouraging women to stay. That's abuse. Emotional, physical. He's putting her health at risk. What is wrong with y'all? It's not is so your health is not as valuable as a man. So you would rather the man than your health. Is that what you're saying? Is that the messaging here? Like what the fuck? Honestly. Honestly. Why would you give advice to a woman that you should have stayed there and ate your food? What? And I know you should respect yourself, but in this case, don't. Who gives advice like that? It's very harmful and it's very dangerous. And it doesn't, there's nothing that he said served her. It was all to serve him. For what? Why would you encourage a woman to remain in a relationship where the person dishonored her, whether she was married or not? And thank God she didn't marry him. It was be able to do a clean break, and all you got to do is pay child support. Because no, what is wrong with y'all? For a piece of a man, that's what I told Sabrina Parr. Y'all would do anything to just have a piece of a man and put up. To me, it's saying that you put him over you, and you really do, and that's by design. And it's really sad. It is really sad that he would give this kind of advice. Star Jones' ex-wife is always in somebody's business. Probably wasn't the first time, but everyone has a breaking point, and for her, this is the last time. The breaking point should be the first time. If you cross me with an act that could change my life, if anybody's gonna change my motherfucking life, it's gonna be me. I'm going to make the decision that's gonna change my life. Not your decision. Your fucking risky ass decisions could possibly change my life, and you're encouraging people to continue to do it? Like, girl, that is crazy. I feel like it's like literally like I feel like there's nowhere in the world that you can justify that kind of advice. There's nothing that he said that, like I said, the more I kept listening to it, I was just like, this is really dangerous. This is really dangerous advice. You should respect yourself, put yourself first. But in this case, what do you mean in this case? So you acknowledge that what he's doing is disrespectful. And then it didn't happen. This is where they get y'all. Y'all put up with it because it didn't happen before. You're just mad because everybody knows now. Just like I said with Melody. And if the matter gets handled because of the public's influence, if the public is influencing her to take her child and go where she is respected and not embarrassed and humiliated, how many, girl, Khloe Kardashian can tell you how many badges does it take to get to the golden badge of public humiliation. Clinking down the hall, girl, running down the hall, clinking to your man with public humiliation badges on. They set y'all up for this, and I don't understand. Like, I literally want to like boop on the side of the head to like so your brain could get back in order. Like, girl, what the, snap out of it, like literally. Snap out of it. Snap the fuck out of it. That advice was awful. Girl, there has been so much going on in the news. Martell Holt got arrested. What did he get arrested for? Hold on, let me go see. Girl, he got arrested for domestic violence or something. Where is it? Girl, I haven't even really been like, let me see. Martell, I'm sure I can find it on the Jasmine brand. He was arrested for DV and harassment. Ironically, I don't see it on the shade. What is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I was like to say, I don't see it on the Jasmine brand. That's shocking. Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt seemingly released from jail after following a DV arrest. Oh yeah, it was like 3 hours he was there. Domestic violence and third degree harassing communications. Are you keep calling somebody over and over again, texting them over and over again? Why? What are y'all doing? Y'all need to start pressing charges on these niggas. They said it was a warrant. So he did how many? He had to do a couple hours. It says, let's see what the caption says. It looks like Martell Holt is out of the slammer after his DV arrest on Tuesday. The Madison County Sheriff's Office arrest page was updated with a release date. It seems like he walked free shortly after 7. Y'all think he's going to tell us what took place? No. He's going to speak in riddles and he's not going to tell you what took place. But y'all gonna still be in his DMs trying to suck his cock. So it really don't fucking matter. These niggas can terrorize the fucking world. And y'all be in there gobbling and swallowing the whole 9.5 on that black ass. Mm. So as he continues to harass people, have babies on people, what is he steal ATMs? Aren't they still was that marsupial and Mighty Mouse? Stealing ATMs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Marcel, what's his name? Martell is whack. Marcel is whack. Marcel Martez, whatever the fuck his motherfucking name is. All these raggedy ass niggas. Every day. We just Al Raggedy. Martell Raggedy. Riggedy. Mm. I'm having a little tea, honey. Oh, I need to get going. I haven't been on here long at all, but I do need to get going. Martell, I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Like, you already know what he gives. You already know what he's capable of. And it still is not going to change how people respond to him. He's still going to have access to women. So his behavior is not going to change. Everything he did to his wife, he's going to do to you. It might be worse. It might not be as bad, but no, we're not doing none of that. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Whenever he decides to speak, we can depend on hearing things of that nature sprinkled through the statement. This is what he gets: messed around and lost a good woman, broke up his home to be with a side piece that has taken his trifling butt down to the ground. This is his karma. Melody, stay winning. Now go get full custody of those kids until he gets some act right and himself and he needs some therapy. Well, it wasn't Mel. She was out of town doing a show, child. This was it coleslaw? I guess the side of coleslaw is not digesting well. And you know who came up with coleslaw? Funky Dineva started calling her coleslaw, and everybody started calling that lady coleslaw. I call her slow slaw because you got to be a slow, delayed, backwards, upside down bitch to run after Martell Holt. And think you have the motherfucking. That's why they think they're the prize. They said that Diamond was down to the Carlos YouTube channel talking about Scrappy and Erica. I was like, this is the now you throwing. She was like, I was the first girl. This is another one. I was the first. I was the first. You was the second to Mama D's son, girl. I said that y'all still throwing around this musty dick from. I said, wasn't this the same dick that Erica and Bambi was pulling and tugging and bopping on in the little quad area when she was like, you just a baby mama. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Diamond's down there throwing Scrappy's dick back in Erica's face. You wasn't. I was the first girl. No, that's gross, girl. The same musty dick making its rounds, honey. And y'all all so happy. Y'all mad at each other over one dick. And then the dick don't even be like quality. Like, I'm not talking about the sex. I'm talking about the nigga, like the whole little package. Y'all just worried about the dick. That's why I say y'all fetishize these niggas. Y'all just worried about the dick. Y'all don't even the whole little package is whack. That's y'all care about the dick. What this says, was this about the revenge porn? He will come out and say somehow it's not his fault. It'll be somebody else's fault. It's definitely going to be somebody else's fault. Martell. What else is going on, girl? There's so much going on in the news. Cat Williams is still running around. He was on Willie D is that his name, from the Ghetto Boys. He was on his show talking about, everything again, just talking about everything again. Let's see. Let me see what else is. Do I have anything saved that I haven't talked about? It's been so much going on. Jonathan Majors. I said I was gonna wait to talk about his audition for the Good Black Man #6, honey. Baby, when I tell you they are getting on his ass about Coretta Scott King, and he apparently called Megan Coretta Scott. I haven't watched a little excerpt. I want to watch the whole thing. He apparently called Megan Good Coretta Scott King. What the fuck? No. That's what I'm saying. These niggas, when I tell you these niggas is crazy, I'm telling you, if y'all don't see the delusion, I don't even know what to say. If y'all don't see the delusion, I don't know what to say. To me, I feel like it's literally a mental illness. And you see, SunnyHostin got up here on the political tip and called it all the way out. I want y'all to listen to what SunnyHostin had to say. SunnyHostin had to say. Baby, when I tell you she called it out on the political side of things, listen to what. When I tell you these motherfuckers are weird and they're crazy and they're delusional and they're insane, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I, let me get to this. Where is Sunny? Did they post it? I was hoping. Let me see. Sunny got up there and said what needed to be said. Hold on. Oh, here she goes.
Joe Biden issued that video, 2020 rather, and he said, "I'm running to save the soul of this country." It resonated with me in a way that I never thought it would. And that's how he got my vote, as everybody knows. Because I can, switch around candidates that I like or not. And when I listen to "We're going to save our democracy,"
Mm-mm. Okay.
Unfortunately, you didn't really save the soul of this country because we're more divided now than we ever were. And I start thinking, well, then our democracy is really at risk. So those two things can exist at the same time, right? So stay with me here. What we're seeing by the Republican Party, and I give it to them, we're seeing a long game. We're seeing that they are dismantling or attempting to dismantle institutions. All of a sudden, the most elite colleges and universities in the world, which, by the way, they all went to. Everybody in the Supreme Court went there. Elise Stefanik went there. All the Congress people went there. Ted Cruz went there. Those schools are not good enough anymore because because now people that don't look like them were getting in. Affirmative action, no more. Why? So that people that don't look like them don't get in. Women don't have reproductive rights anymore over their own bodies. Why? So they can have power over women. Why is French and Mandarin and Spanish being taken away from our public schools so that we can be a monolingual society and can't compete globally? We, the Republicans, are intentionally dumbing down our electorate, erasing history so that past can become prologue and so they can remain in power. And
And that we can remain in power is the patriarchy. That's it. That is it at the root of all of it. All of it. Suppress, oppress, make them work like donkeys and mules and work them to death. Give them food that isn't good for them so that it creates cancers in their bodies, and then get them into the pharmaceutical, start getting them on prescription drugs, make these people sick, work them to death and make them sick. That's what this country is. And oppress the people, oppress anyone, oppress them.
Joe Biden issued that video.
Sunny broke it down. Shout out to Sunny. She broke it down. Somebody says Sunny gonna speak the truth at all times. She got on TV and lied for no reason. Remain in power. Democrats are in power. So who's trying to remain in power? Democrats? Sunny is speaking nothing but facts. She's 100%, and people think they're so smart that they can't be conned. They're definitely playing a long game. Folks love saying play chess, not checkers, but y'all are avid checker players. They are attacking schools, trying to get vouchers, then make you think these companies are going to get rid of degree requirements, so you stop getting degrees. But if they didn't matter, then they wouldn't be fighting for their legacy into these schools. They do all these while y'all on TikTok arguing about Starbucks and Stanley Cups, thinking you're modern day revolutionaries. Ooh. People saying it's a Democrats or it's a Republicans are dumbing down the American public. These folks are pushing an agenda to help establish politicians. Where do those folks get off? What possible benefit can this country gain from pushing an agenda of an established Democratic politician or an established Republican politician at this point? It's so counterproductive. And that's by design. And that counterproductive is by design. That's patriarchy. If you lean into the feminine, it's productive. It produces. That's why they want to kill everything that produces. Kill everything, work them like a dog until they die. Kill everything that produces, including the earth, Mother Earth. Y'all don't, it's all by design. This has been all the way. No kid left behind sent illiteracy rate skyrocketing. This has always been the way they move. She needs to go into every news outlet and speak this truth. They're so scared their reign of white supremacy. Y'all need to change your language. You should put the illusion of white supremacy, because there's no, literally no such thing. Literally no such thing as white people being superior than whoever else. Like there's literally no such thing. So it is an illusion of white superiority. And people have assimilated to those illusions that they really live their lives and lie, and things and structures, institutions, policies, programs, the way that you relate to people, it's all by design. And then you just keep participating in it. That's the craziest. That's the part. And some people are not, they're just so plugged into that programming that they're just like literally walking around. Y'all need to go watch They Live. If y'all haven't seen They Live, it is a movie from, I think, either 1982 or 1986. I mention it all the time. It's so old, but it's so relevant. And it's just so relevant. But if you don't see that all this shit to destroy everything is by design, girl, and destroy because they want to live now. They want to live now. There was this man, this white supremacist, this delusional man on oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. It was, I can't remember his name. Eddie Wang. He had a show on Vice. Chef. He's a chef. Here we go. And he was interviewing this man, white supremacist. Hold on. I'm going to find it. And I want you to hear exactly what he says. I want you to hear what he says. Hopefully I can find it. Hopefully it's still on YouTube. Hold on. I'll try to find it and play it for you. Hold on. And he was saying, he basically said that they only care about the now. They only care about now. They don't care. So what? So what? Here we go. Why are you so worried? Here we go. Here it is. Straight up, Eddie Wong is on a cruise ship. Oh, no. Let me go back. It's right here. Hold on. It was really good because I was like, this man, this white dude, he said exactly how they operate here. Hold on. I don't know why it's. Oh, here it goes. What was his name? What is this man's name? Jared Taylor. Jared Taylor. Here he goes. Probably on a per capita basis killed more than anybody. Listen to what he says. Europeans have probably, on a per capita basis, killed more than anybody else, but because they were technologically more advanced. Where does gunpowder come from? It comes from China. It's just that Western civilization took things from people.
And I think when you get to older civilizations, they become more benevolent. They don't hang on to things like genetics as much. They understand how experience changes you. Base them on facts instead. That's essential. But what I find interesting is you're so into facts and you're so into science, but then you supported Donald Trump, right? Well, that's a whole different question. That's a whole different subject. Let's get back to. But I want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion. I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only. His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States.
Did you hear him?
You go to Harvard? Yes. You can answer.
Hold on.
Europeans.
Girl, let me get out of there. Did you hear what he said? Europeans have killed more people. That's that's how you know that so many people are plugged into the illusion of white supremacy. Because did you hear Toya? Listen to this. Did you hear Toya when Heavenly and Sweet Tooth and Phaedra were on the thing? And she said, the women in Beverly Hills don't argue like this. Those white women are the standard in which we should conduct ourselves, right? Even though they're a fucking mess over on Beverly Hills. But do you see how she propped them up in that way and basically said, y'all need to act like them? Y'all use white as a standard of operation. You do. You use it so much that it infects you in every culture that you're in, where you even prop up people with lighter skin because you have accepted the illusion of white supremacy. Even though these people, this dude even said, and I say it all the time, how can you use the most violent group of people in human history as the standard of operation? How? How? And y'all don't even realize how simple it is on the surface level. We talk about relationships and how we see colorism and all that stuff, but that shit gets deep and deep and deep. And at the base level, white, male, hetero in quotations, because that shit ain't real. Hetero, Christian in quotations, because that shit ain't real. They use that Bible to oppress everybody everywhere they go. And you're so infected with the illusion of white supremacy that you use it as a measurement for how people should behave. The most violent group of people in human history, you use them as a measurement of how you should behave. The girls over on Beverly Hills, they don't do all this yelling. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, weirdo. He said more, and I wish I can find it without making y'all wait. But hold on, is this it? How's it going? Here it is. Thank you for meeting us. Based in facts. It was here. Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America? Because I want my people to survive. Is that so strange? We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore. I grew up in this country as a minority, as the children of immigrants. I was their first child born in America. And while I didn't have much possession or didn't much control, I really enjoyed myself. And I think that if you ask a lot of Americans, they would say that I had a lot to offer this country. According to you, I guess I would be perpetuating the dispossession of white America. That is true. That is true. Would you say that you wouldn't want me in this country? At some point, when my ancestors built this nation, they did not build it with the intent. You hear what he said? When my ancestors built this nation. Do you hear what he said? That's what I'm telling you. When I tell you the motivation it's psychotic. It's psychotic. Listen. Of giving it away to Mexicans or China. At some point, when my ancestors built this nation,
They did not build it with the intention of giving it away to Mexicans or Chinese or Haitians or to anyone else. Do you consider it? You keep saying your ancestors built this country. You consider that a fact? Who else built it? Black people, Native Americans, Chinese people who came and built the railroads. Do you think none of that could have been Italian people? But they're Europeans, aren't they? But you believe in evolution, right? Evolution, I think, explains a great deal. Mhm. So, according to evolutionary theory, we're all out of Africa. So, at some point, your ancestors were sub-Saharan Africans. So what? At some point, our ancestors were unicellular animals. So I'm saying, at any point in time, we could say you were an African. So you're choosing to pick this point in time and say you're a descendant of white Europeans. Why do you think I'm choosing this point of time? Because it's in favor of your politics. It's because I'm alive now. But my issue with you is that I don't think you have enough compassion and vision, not because I don't like what things are now. It's that I have hope and belief in what they could be. Look.
He was so annoyed with him. What they could be, all this hope shit y'all be going on, they be ready to go to war to maintain their position. And y'all just be sitting here and blaming women. It's women. It's the women's fault. It's the women. It's all the women's fault. It's all the women's fault. You hear that, man? Did you hear that white man tell y'all? That's why I said when he said it, I was like, the people will tell you the truth. I ain't got to put a filter on nothing that man said. He told the clean truth. And he tells the truth. I'm trying to get power. I'm trying to stay in power now. And they teaching their children that. They're teaching their children that. And that's why it doesn't stop. All of that shit has to end. But it's either going to end or you just refuse to participate in it. Like, this shit is crazy. These people are crazy and are crazy. These men are crazy. They're crazy. I don't care what y'all say. Loco en la cabeza. I'm convinced. Cat Williams accused of being messy after Kevin Hart's ex-wife, comedian TorreiHart, announces she's joining him on tour. This really ain't a flex. People think it is. Who is Nice Guy 8? They said, go ahead and change that last name if that's how you feel. Come to see me and my good friend at the Dark Matters tour. More dates coming soon. There she is in a picture with Cat. Girl. Kevin Hart's ex-wife, TorreiHart, is going on tour with Cat Williams and makes Cat the winner of this debacle to me. I'm also realizing there's not a single mention of Torrei in Kevin's documentary with Chris Rock. TorreiHart is foul for that. She could at least change her last name back if she's going to be used as a pawn for Cat Williams. This will always be TorreiHart's support account. Kevin did her dirty, and I don't care what anyone says. The real reason for their divorce is that once he reached a level of fame, Torrei no longer matched the aesthetic Kevin was looking for. I mean, that's also by design. They're also infected with the illusion of white supremacy so much that all of their partners, like he said, is some weird light-skinned woman, weird face, light-skinned woman. What did he say? And then they showed all these men and all their women. It's by design. And what they don't even, it's like it's unconscious but conscious at the same time. It's like I need this. I've been fed this illusion, and I've been fed it so much that I'm actually acting it out. Like, I'm actually acting it out. And if you don't see that shit, like, if you don't look at all those comedians that he didn't name a lot, but they, posted all these comedians and all their wives and how they look compared to their wives, and all their wives are light skinned. This is what they give you, right? He tried it for a little while. He was with Hazel Lee's weird face looking ass. So it is what it is. But it's a unconscious and a subconscious programming. But to me, I feel like it is a conscious decision. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like they make a conscious decision because they feel like, if I have a woman who looks like this, who is as close to white, not white, because because the way women support comedy. So you go get you a non, you got to get you a black, you have to get a black wife, keep a black wife, but get her as light as possible, right, as close to as possible. And it's by design. And nobody, and when you say no, that's not what it is exactly what it is. And when you say no, that's not what it is, I'm going to assume that you're still under a programming because you don't see it yet. So keep going. One day, maybe not. I get it outside of having Kevin's last name that a lot of y'all don't know who she is. But make no mistakes, TorreiHart has definitely established her own resume in acting and producing. Kat is undefeated. She can do whatever she wants. She helped Kevin get to where he is. I know that's right. Shout out to Sakina. Let's not forget that while they were going through a divorce, it was revealed that she wrote a large of his skits, I guess a large part of his skits, which is reflected in the settlement. She's funny. It's funny how people want this woman to be loyal to a man who is disloyal to her. Right? Fuck him. Fuck him, girl. Fuck his ass. Not literally, but he might like it. But fuck that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Y'all want these women to maintain decorum after they've been mistreated. Why? To protect the men. Here we are again. Dick worshiping ass motherfuckers. Y'all worship dick. And it comes in all forms. Why should she protect Kevin Hart? Why should she not go on tour with Cat Williams? Fuck Kevin Hart. What else is going on? Shit. What else is going on? Nicki Minaj accused of intentionally provoking husband Kenneth Petty into punching a security guard, suing him for assault. Listen, the way that these women partner with these weirdo terrorist hood niggas, when we be like, oh my God, girl, putting the women as if they should be making a different choices when the women are just like the men. They are in community. That's why that's the man they want to be with. If she's been with him for a long enough time for us to solidify she's like him. She ain't no different than he. She's no different than him. That's her man, girl. That's her man. So they're together. Equals. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Equals. She got with who she wanted to get with. These are conscious decisions. She got, if you stay in for a long time, you can see like, oh, you made a decision, you thought this was your person, but then they coming off, they doing weird stuff, they a little weird, they a little off, they a little violent. But Nicki Minaj is married to a rapist and a murderer. Why wouldn't we expect her to intentionally provoke this man? I said the other day, the reason why she's with him is so she can quote unquote feel protected. She needs a terrorist to feel protected. Somebody who terrorizes the communities he occupies. Here we are. Rap star Nicki Minaj and her husband may be responsible for quite a big settlement soon. According to Radar Online, a German security guard is suing the couple for assault. Recently motioned the court to award him a default payout since the couple has not responded to the suit. Reportedly, the plaintiff, a man named Thomas Windemuller, was asked the courts to award him $724,000 in damages since it doesn't appear that defendants intend to respond to his complaint despite being served. As we previously covered, Nicki Minaj, 41, and Kenneth Petty, 45, were sued over an alleged incident that happened at one of the rapper's shows in 2019. Claimed he was working a concert, fan rushed the stage, angering Minaj. The individual was notably removed immediately and did not cause any harm. Subsequent, the moment, the artist allegedly went backstage and began recording while viciously reprimanding a female staffer, prompting the security guard to intervene. Instead of de-escalating, however, the lawsuit claims Minaj became even more irate, eventually summoning the plaintiff to her dressing room, where Petty allegedly struck him so hard he had to undergo reconstructive jaw surgery. Like at this point, like did y'all heard that what's her name came out and admitted that she had a baby? Like like I said, like how I don't like people could keep their relationships or whatever, but I mean like a secret like that to where you're lying your sister. We're doing great. We're doing great. We're down here doing great. We're doing great. Girl, y'all sound crazy as hell. Stop lying. No, you don't have to have everybody in your business, but why are you keeping your pregnancy a secret? For what? Because you didn't want to be down there to be the baby mama mermaid? The baby mama mermaid. I'm not using baby mama as an insult. I don't use it as an insult. A lot of the women do. They still haven't got out of the idea. But yeah, because, it's a different story. We're not talking about that. But she had her little baby, posted it, little halo. Girl, don't nobody care now. We couldn't even celebrate and be like, oh, congratulations to Haley and her baby. Girl, fuck dumb dumb goofy. I don't give a damn. The nigga doesn't even talk in his regular voice. Get him out of here. Get his ass out of here. Um, Q Parker says he wants to do a song with Tamar Braxton. Teyana Taylor slams estranged husband Iman Shumpert for consistently endangering their children. Wait a minute. Wait. Claims an athlete gets high and forgets to feed them. I thought this was your bestie, Miss Westy. It's gonna get messy. Girl, it's getting messy. I thought this was your bestie. Bestie. Girl. This your bestie? He once put them in a ride share alone while he took a private car to the same place. You left your children alone with a ride car stranger, knowing that these people be into human trafficking and kidnapping. Let me tell you something. If I was a ride share driver and an adult male put two children in the car by themselves, I'm calling the cops. Sorry. Because I don't know who, why would you put, I don't care who you are, Iman Shumpert. What? The ongoing divorce between Teyana Taylor. Did y'all see Lisa Bonet and what's his name got a divorce? And we ain't heard a peep and a word about it. They got a divorce and it was finalized the next day. Did y'all hear about that? Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. The ongoing divorce between Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert continues to shed light on some allegations in their marriage. New court documents the songstress reportedly blasts her soon-to-be ex-husband for regularly disregarding the safety of their children. Reportedly, both 33, Teyana and Iman, she is accusing him of several things that suggest he may be unfit to be alone with their two daughters, Junie and Rue. In one part of the complaint, the 1001 actress reportedly stated that the former NBA player regularly smokes marijuana while he's with the kids and is sometimes under the influence of alcohol. She also reportedly suggests that this leads him to forget to feed the young ones. If you getting high and you forgetting to eat, something's wrong. Something is wrong. What is the problem? She also reportedly, okay, despite them being in the family home. So you be in the same house and you forget to feed the kids, and Junie got to come and be like, Daddy, we hungry. Additionally, Taylor also reportedly criticized his decision making. He put the children in a ride share by themselves while they were in Chicago and booked a private driver for himself. The family was reportedly all headed to the United Center at the time, though it was not stated outright why Shumpert ultimately made the decision to ride separately than his children and put them in a girl. That's crazy. With everything combined, however, Taylor reportedly wrote in the new filing that her estranged partner consistently demonstrates a clear disregard for the safety of the minor children. The rideshare private car situation would have caused a domestic situation for me. And y'all know Junie telling it all. Why they only fear for their children when the divorce come. I did not have these two having a messy separation on my bingo card. This is about to get ugly. She tried to keep it private, right? And then he wanted to come down to the internet to let the world know that he's single now. You didn't say nothing publicly while he was doing it. No need to air some shit you was silent about in the past. You mean that you didn't know? It's giving bitter baby mama energy. This is what he said. I want y'all to get a new playbook. Get a new playbook. It's giving bitter baby mama. Why didn't you say anything in the past, girl? Because y'all are designed to put up with mistreatment and somebody dishonoring you. It's set up that way because you know how these men are. So you put up with it instead of being like, I know how these men are, and completely abandoning it and getting away from it because you know how these men are. Girl, sounds like he wanted to smoke in a separate car. I hate this for them so bad. So now we have to watch her throw him under the bus. These celebrities, no, you're not watching. These are the blogs reporting it from court filing. Teyana Taylor isn't telling you any of this. The blogs are telling you this. What is wrong with y'all? Nobody. It says from court filings. That means that the information came from the court. Teyana Taylor didn't tell the Jasmine brand this. Shut up. Shut up. I'm so tired of y'all. And this is why she tried to have their records sealed. She never wanted this to be public. She tried to protect them. I sincerely hope he did not put his children in a car with a stranger while he took a private car himself. Why would she say that? Why would she lie about that? That's crazy. That's some crazy shit to lie about. He put them in a separate car. Like, who would come up with that? Some shit like that. That's crazy. That is crazy as hell. Girl, I don't know what to say. I mean, good they're getting the divorce, but like I said, she tried to keep it a secret. He wanted to come out and talk about it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What else is going on? More unsealed Jeffrey Epstein docs reveal one victim was allegedly trafficked to a former Victoria's Secret CEO, Les Wexner. Didn't he die by suicide? Didn't Lex Wexner, or is he still alive? Wexner. Wexner hired Epstein. Remember, he was like his who was a man that worked for Victoria's Secrets that jumped? Oh, this man is still alive. Oh, it says former CEO. It was somebody. It was somebody who died by suicide. He was like a CEO of, was it Bed Bath and Beyond? I don't remember. It was somebody. It was somebody that it was a Bath and Body Works for former Limited Express. Yeah, Bath and Body Works. Who was a man? Wexner is a Virgo. Leslie Wexner. He's hiring Jeffrey Epstein's these girls on multiple occasions. Anybody else notice they haven't revealed no new information? Wasn't he already implicated trafficking in Ohio? Trafficking is everywhere, and then when you find out that a lot of law enforcement is involved in trafficking, and you think that these people are looking for your children, and they've actually taken your children and sold them off to somebody. Law enforcement. So many put in law enforcement and S trafficking. Law enforcement involved in S trafficking. A lot. Didn't they say somebody from the FBI was on Epstein's list? Somebody from the FBI, girl. Let's see what else is going on. Michael B. Jordan shares some of his favorite items from McDonald's. Nobody care. Don Lemon announces a new show. Praises platform for free speech policies. A new show on Twitter. Regina King stars in a new movie, Shirley, based on the true life of Shirley Chisholm. Oh, that's going to be on Netflix? When? March 22nd. Okay. I can't wait to see that. March 22nd. Regina King stars in the movie Shirley. All right, let's go. Let's go. Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman elected to U.S. Congress and the first black candidate, man or woman, to gain nomination for U.S. presidency. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to go down. I miss a lot of stuff. Jonathan Majors shares why he told his ex to act like Coretta Scott King, and Michelle Obama says he wants to be like Dr. King and President Obama.
I'm a great man. A great man.
I am a great man.
I am doing great things. Not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. The woman that supports me needs to be a great woman. There are some who question, especially in the black community, as you're probably well aware, that people were saying, well, why was he telling this woman to be like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama? It was me trying to give the analogy of what it is I'm aspiring to be. You know, these great men, Martin, and President Obama, and trying to give a reference point to that. One of the things I also say is like, I need her and I His grace to make the same sacrifices that I am making. In a statement to ABC News, an attorney for Jabari said in part, it is not at all surprising that Mr. Majors continues to take no accountability for his actions, adding, the timing of these new statements demonstrates a clear lack of remorse for his actions. Do you feel you're not responsible for her injuries at all? I shouldn't have been in the car. I shouldn't have stepped out of the relationship. I shouldn't have been in the relationship. If I'm not in the car, none of this is happening. If I leave the relationship, none of this is happening.
Girl, I can't take this audition for the Great Black Man #6. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Jonathan Major, shut the fuck up. Girl, shut up. A lot of these dudes just need to shut up. I'm so tired of everybody. I'm so tired of everybody. Jane Fonda says the only time her father hit her was when she said the N word.
Whacked me across the face. She said, don't you ever heard the N word. And I repeated the N word once, and the only time in his life that my dad's whacked me across the face. She said, don't you ever say that word again. Oh my God.
I'll tell you, she goes on to say that her dad, where he grew up, that he witnessed a man being lynched and dragged behind a truck, and it changed his life, and he became an activist after that. And we know Jane Fonda for her activism too. She has a mugshot and everything. I think her mugshot, she's holding up a fist, girl. Come on, for the resistance. So shout out to Jane Fonda. We love Jane Fonda. Somebody said you could have went to your grave without revealing this. Why? Why can't she's people are talking about their lives. That's how you know about how do you know about people's lives if they don't talk about their lives? How do you know about people if they don't talk about their I don't understand, y'all. I just really don't. Allen Iverson reveals Michael Jordan's reactions after being crossed over by him, admits he later told him he loved MJ. Okay. All right, Usher quits all alcohol and sugar consumption as he prepares for his upcoming Super Bowl halftime show. Okay, Usher. All right, Usher. Houston rapper has been arrested for holding a woman hostage for 4 years in his garage. Lee Carter, who goes by the name Viper, was arrested on Thursday, nearly 9 months after the police came to his home after the victim dialed 911 for help. The woman, Vernice Lopez Rivera, says she met Carter while panhandling in Houston. After giving her $1, he offered to help her. Remember, I tell you, when you go seek help, tell your girls, do not, when they are going looking for help, I'm not going to a man. Go to a woman first. The women are sketchy too, but the likeliness of them trying to kidnap you and put you into some goddamn room holding you hostage is very slim. When she accepted the offer, he said he took her into his home and began R-ing her and forcing her to do drugs. Rivera says she was pregnant at the time the abuse began, but it's unknown what happened to the baby. Even more disturbing, Rivera made several attempts to contact authorities by using a free text messaging app, but she was taken into the hospital and eventually released to Carter's care. During the visit by authorities to Carter's residence, she managed to break the garage window to escape at least once. However, she was later transported to the hospital and subsequently reunited with Carter, according to the complaint. After this incident, it's claimed that Carter boarded up the windows, mentioning to the neighbor it was to prevent her from escaping. Carter is now being held on $100,000 bond. He's pled not guilty. How many times did the people around fail that lady from the hospital? Wait, so y'all released a grown woman to a grown man like a child at school? Something sickening about it. How she keep getting released to him? Something isn't right. She must be underage. She must be underage. It doesn't say how old it says woman, but it doesn't give the age of her. Because why would you, unless he was like, she's crazy or something. She doesn't have it. I don't know. Like, what could he have been telling them in order for the hospital to release him? What's the rule on that? That's weird. VivicaFox says she hasn't experienced many pay discrepancies in Hollywood, but commends Taraji P. Henson for speaking up.
To each his own. I didn't have that experience, so but to get your piece out is important. I totally understand that, and I love my girls for looking out for each other. Project kind of continued over Monique. You're an actress. You've been out there. Is this the perfect time to kind of talk about that in the right platform? Darling, to each his own. Do you know what I mean? I'm very happy, very blessed.
Vivica is not telling the truth. So, period. So, I mean, so much for sisterhood, girl. So much for she still wants to work. That's what that comes from. I haven't had any problems with pay, girl. I don't know what she's talking about. If that's their experience, speak on it, girl. I support the girl speaking up on it, but girl, that hasn't been my experience. Well, I don't know. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Not in Hollywood, girl. Hollywood doesn't love anybody. And if they can figure out a way to abuse or misuse you or get over on you or sidestep or cut a corner, they're going to do it. They're going to try you. You've been tried. Maybe you've been tried because you've definitely been tried in Hollywood. I haven't had any issues with my pay, but I've been tried. Yeah. Hell yeah. Don't act like Hollywood is this beautiful place, my dear. We're not going to play that game because we know what the tea is. Okay? VivicaFox. So much for sisterhood, girl. Taraji, another Virgo speaking out. Taraji. Virgos was they did a lot. They was in the news a lot down to 2023. And this year we got Taraji. That came on the heels of 2023. We got Taraji speaking up, saying person saying what everybody says, right? Not only Monique, Viola Davis came out the same time Monique came out talking about the same inequities. Octavia, what's her name? Octavia Spencer, is that her name? She came out with, what's her name? The girl from Jessica Chastain. Didn't she speak up for her to help her get some more pay because she was getting paid more? The white woman's getting paid more, and the white woman had to speak up for the black woman so the black woman could get some more money. So VivicaFox is not telling the truth, girl. We got Academy Award winners who have been tried. Okay, so Miss Ma'am, you stay on a particular circuit, Vivica. After she's, I don't know, Vivica, she be on what, Tubi movies? I don't know where she be. So I have no idea. But she says she hasn't had any problems. She had a fur coat on too, bitch. She says she hasn't had any problems signing her autographs. Let's see what some of the comments say. Let's talk about it, Vivica. Vivica doesn't work in white Hollywood. It's no shade. Didn't I just say that? She works on a particular circuit. So she may not get tried, but these motherfucking producers and directors, black producers and directors, will try you too. Sometimes that's better, but Taraji does, which could be where the pay gap lies. When was the last time she's been in something? Very classy response. There's no need to shade Vivica or compare the two. Vivica is allowed to say that she hadn't had the same experience. I like that she also commended them for speaking up. This can't be true. Vivica couldn't have made the same amount of Uma in Kill Bill. Clock it. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. She has had experience at some point, and that should be enough to want to speak up. That's because she does 10 TV movies in a year. When was the last time she did a big studio film? Didn't I say she's on a particular circuit now? I mean, before she was in she'd been in a few blockbusters, right? But after that, she was on a certain circuit. So she might be telling the truth. I don't know. Them to be lifetime Hallmark movies, hosting gigs, car warranty commercials, checks, cash. Plus, owning her own wig line keeps multiple streams of income. It's not hard a concept. Not everyone has the same Hollywood story, but most do. Come on now, Vivica. This ain't it, baby. You know damn well you don't get paid what a white actress with your resume would be getting paid. That's the problem. All the shade on this post. There's nothing wrong with her feeling that she was paid according to her worth. Ooh. Car warranty commercials with iced tea, girl. Vivica say, I ain't trying to get involved. Right. And another thing, she's trying to keep working. She's trying to keep working too. Let me tag this. Anyways, y'all, that was enough. I feel like that was an hour, girl. I had to, catch up on some of the things. There's been so much going on that I just feel like I don't know what's going on. So let's see. Anything more stuff I'm sure will happen as the day goes on, but let's see anything else. It's been an hour, so we gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace. Do y'all hear Al? This nigga is crazy as hell.